A stranger puts their penis through the glory hole. She starts gobbing on it.
Yeah.
There's an option in this glory hole room. You know the glass where you can actually you can press a button and it turns from opaque to see-through?
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of those. So each person in the glory hole has a button. If you both press it, the glass turns see-through, so you can see
show at the same time.
Yeah, so you can see who has been gobbing on you or who you've been gobbing on.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever used this this fucking word.
Yeah.
Gobbing on, but I'm gonna stick with it. The person, so they both press the button.
Yeah.
The person on the other side is heard. Episode 60, the weekend roundup.
If I had some sort of sound effect box here where I could I could just press the buttons, that would be better than us making them, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Probably would be easier.
DJ!
Inside!
Come on!
Oh my God. I don't know what that noise was.
Daddy.
Oh, I'm going to have to get one of these now. The issue is, we'd have to start wearing headphones. We'd have to, yeah. Just a full keyboard here. Yeah. Of all different farmyard noises.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a little ba-dum-bum for any jokes that don't really work. Because it's much funnier to do them after that.
I think so.
Yeah. So a good quality miss knee slap.
Yeah.
Which I'd never experienced. You're not Daryl.
I'm not Daryl. No. For the audio listeners, I'm not Daryl. Daryl's not here. Daryl's away. He's in Vienna.
Yes.
Vienna.
Austria.
Yes.
Where is Vienna? In Austria.
In Austria.
And don't say you don't learn anything on this podcast, because that is good quality.
I believe it's pronounced Austria. Daryl had a wedding to his beloved Rasheen because he loves a human woman.
Yes.
Something I have never done. Not in an Andrew Tate way, just in a very lonely, sad way.
Yeah, not in a, I've been in relationships, just not enjoyed their company.
I haven't been in relationships.
Yeah. That weren't friends or family.
Yeah. So I cry myself to sleep every night.
We're off to a good start. It's nice and upbeat.
We are. So Daryl's not here.
Yeah, he's in Austria.
And I have been enlisted to record 1 or 2 episodes and hopefully improve the podcast as a whole.
The eye candy is already great.
The eye candy was already here. I'm simply additional.
Yeah. Oh, that is
nice.
You're too cute.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was a weekend.
Yeah? Yeah,
in there it had a week beginning and then a weekend.
There was the wedding, we'll get to that, but was there anything in the build-up to the wedding? Anything?
What happened before well, there was a storm.
There was a storm.
There was a storm.
Storm Babet.
Babet.
This
is brand new information to me.
Somehow I don't think it is. Babet.
Here's an interesting...
That's the name of the storm.
That's not even a name. That's not a thing. No, you can't go Barbara and then go Babette after.
Babette. I believe
I bet you can.
Babette.
That sounds like an Egyptian god or goddess.
Oh yeah, I think they just asked Gareth Gates to name it.
It's called Betty.
Betty, yeah. Storm Betty.
Yeah, Babette.
So Betty was here, Babette.
Oh, and wet and sopping.
How did you deal with that? Was there anything? Were you working? Were you doing anything?
I was trying to work. Yeah, but apparently trains can't go through puddles.
Trains cannot go through puddles.
That's what I found out.
That's what I found out as well.
Yeah.
I found out hard.
I have a feeling that you might have found out a little harder than I did.
I did, yeah. I had a terrible time. A terrible time.
A hard time in the wet.
Yeah. For the listeners again, Kier already knows this, but I've got a little story time. Story time with Daniel.
As part of the weekend roundup.
Okay. I was going down to London.
You were?
With my brother. We were going to go see the popular country singer Luke Combs.
Mm-hmm.
So we got on the train at Leeds. Everything was fine, apart from the weather.
Yeah.
And then we get past Wakefield, thank fuck. And at just outside of Doncaster, the train stops. And the guy on the little intercom thing comes over the thing and he's just like, we're stopping outside of Doncaster because all of the platforms are full right now because they're not letting any trains past Doncaster because of flooding at fucking Grantham and somewhere else newer.
Which I get, because it's within 2 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously you need a plan for that.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, we're gonna be delayed here a little bit. It'll be fine. We'll get down there. They're just waiting a little bit. They start saying, "Oh, we're going to try and clear the tracks as well." So then, 2 hours passes.
We just sat on the train for the whole 2 hours as well.
Yeah, we weren't even pulled into Doncaster at this point.
Eventually, you were in the queue to get into Doncaster.
Yeah, we saw trains going back then towards Leeds as if they were turning them round.
Oh, I didn't even know they could do that.
Yeah, it wasn't even a good sign.
Can they do that?
Well, they'd go into the station.
Yeah.
Then they'd reverse out of the station.
Oh, right. Okay. But aren't they somewhere down the same track, aren't they?
Huh?
Is there sort of like a...
It can change tracks, can't
it? Like a crane that sort of picks it up and turns it?
No, it can change tracks. They'll all have different...
Like a jumping...
You know, have you ever used like, not Lego, but those little train sets that like change?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a large one of them. Anyway, so we wait a couple hours. We eventually pull it at Doncaster. Again, they still don't really know what's going on. And long story short, they basically then then come over the thing saying, right, we're now basically fucking this off. This is what they said, true words.
Yeah.
We're fucking it off. Turn around and go home. So everyone just gets off the train. Yeah. And then all the trains to Leeds are delayed again. So we ring Papa O'Hagan.
Yeah.
Because he's not like too far a drive from Doncaster, really. We're like, can you come pick us up? Yeah. It takes him 2 hours to get to Doncaster because of traffic. So at this point, there's literally no way that we can get to London in time for this gig. Bearing in mind, by the way, this was the most annoying part of the train was this old woman that we were sat near who, for whatever reason, decided that every single time that a guy came over the tannoy to give us any kind of update, she then rang about 4 or 5 separate relatives and just let them all know. Had a phone on speaker because obviously she's old, so she can't hear. She can fucking hear. And just, has the same conversation 5 times every time for every fucking announcement. Was one of those people who just couldn't shut up, basically, at all.
To 5 people each time, though.
And I got to the point where I was literally saying, like, I was kind of talking out loud my frustrations at her talking.
In the hopes that the person she was on the phone to would hear that as well.
In the hopes that she would hear it.
But hearing wasn't very good.
No.
I love that. If she's on loudspeaker the whole time and then just your mutterings, she can hear perfectly.
I always choose passive aggressiveness.
Oh, yeah, same.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the way you're talking so loudly and we can all hear your conversation 5 times.
I love it so much.
Oh,
that's not annoying, is it?
Not even a little bit.
I'll put it this way. By the end of it, I was saying to my brother, I've never wanted an old woman to die more than this woman. She was that annoying. We got off the train. Obviously, it had just been cancelled. My brother were in a fucking terrible mood over this because he'd, like, bless him, he planned all this and me and my brother never get to do anything with each other.
Yeah.
So he were fucking gutted. I mean, I was obviously, but he was like, he didn't take it as good as I did.
Yeah.
And as we got off the train, this old woman also then made a beeline for us as if she was trying to talk to us and we both just fucking blanked her. It was like, fuck off. We're blaming everything on her.
It probably was her fault.
Yeah,
Maybe her name was Babet.
Maybe she was Babette.
She might have been Babette.
She looked like a Babette.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was trying to get down to Peterborough to babysit her grandson because her daughter and her partner were going to see Ricky Gervais. I don't think they did, and I laugh at that.
Yeah. Probably more so than you would at the gig as well.
I mean, I had to miss a whole gig, but I laugh at that. Whereas on the other hand, there was another really nice old lady that we got talking to after the train, and she was meant to be at the theatre in London, and I felt bad for her because she was like, she seemed nice. I'm thinking,
is that because she didn't phone as many people?
Yeah, she might have done, but we weren't sat anywhere near her, so.
Yeah. And also, she wasn't called Babette, sopping up the UK.
Yeah, this is more train talk for the podcast, but I fucking hate that old woman.
It's train talk. Fuck that old woman.
Fuck that old woman. So that was Friday. Saturday. This turned into a Craig David song now.
Yeah, it does seem like it. Yeah. So no gig. Did you even manage to? How did you get home? Did you manage to get home?
We got a lift. We eventually got a lift. more train drama. Well, not really train drama. I'll keep this bit short. Drove home back to my parents in Garforth. I jumped on a train from Garforth to go home. Luckily, there was one direct through to Pudsey. Pull up in Leeds, and then they just pause there because now there's no driver. Like, what? Where's the other driver gone? So the first driver who drove us into Leeds, he's obviously finished. He's got off. And then they're like, right, we're going to be stuck here for a bit because we've no driver now to go to Pudsey. I'm just like, the fuck is this, man? Like, we can see this, the whole rail industry is in turmoil, and it's because of Rishi Sunak. We're going to get political now.
Yeah, it's because of privatisation. They should have never sold it to him. They were our rails. We own those rails.
Northern rails.
Don't you touch the post office. That's a national institution.
It's a treasure. You've trashed the NHS. You've trashed the rail industry. Leave our post office alone. Anyway, that was Friday.
Very nice Friday.
Yeah.
Do you think that Luke Combs also sounds like a barber shop?
Luke Combs.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. What does Luke do? He combs.
It's like Instagram names.
Yeah.
Like Dan Tattooer.
Or he could be a beekeeper. He could keep bees.
He could do.
Yeah. Luke's combs.
Maybe he sells combs.
Yeah.
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 But with no bees in them.
Yeah, just honey.
Just railway drivers who are striking.
Yeah.
And they make honey in their spare time.
That dickhead old woman.
Oh, I know. It's just a bit of rain, isn't it?
She wasn't like that.
They should have never sold it off, should they?
We hadn't got down south, so there were no southerners.
That's just my typical old lady voice I go into.
Yeah.
Oh, no. My name's Babet. She had to introduce herself to every family member. Why don't you just say, hey, family, let the rest of them know?
I don't know why, but when you were doing that voice as well, I just started to hate you as well. My face changed just then.
Oh, he's got tattoos on his head, and he's being very passive-aggressive.
There's a young man just with tattoos on his head. Yeah, I don't know how he got them. How did you get them?
Yeah, he's about the same size as a UK British the standard door.
About 6'6", 198 centimetres.
Yeah, I think if he had hair, it would catch on the frame.
Probably why he shaved it off.
I don't think he would look that good with hair anyway. His face doesn't suit hair. I had you said about the guy who came over the tannoy thing on the train?
Yes.
When I was on the way to Manchester, there was a guy who was just far too happy to be on that
some
tannoy.
Of them freestyle it big time.
I love it when they freestyle.
Yeah.
This guy was just like, right, just to let you know, if any of you need to go to the toilet and do a dump or whatever, the back two carriages are absolutely shocking. Like they're unusable. Leave those alone. Go to the front two. If you really need to, the next station we'll be stopping is going to be about 2-3 minutes. So if you can wang one out that quickly, just quickly get in there, get back on the train. You'll have a much better experience.
I like when either their mouth is pressed against the microphone or it's obviously terrible and they're just dragging it out and you don't really know what they're saying. They're just like, right, we're going to be pulling into Manchester here in about 2 minutes. Oh, the sun's just come out. That's nice, isn't it? And I just start just rabbling on.
Like they're on an aeroplane and we don't have windows to see what the weather is.
Yeah.
He cracked on for about a minute and a half. It was like he was doing like a type 5
thinking,
over the tannoy.
Is this ever going to end?
But at the same time, I didn't want it to end either.
I do.
He came back on a few minutes later and he went, right, it seems like passengers have ruined the front two carriages now, so we're operating with no toilets. We've got about 20 minutes if you can hold it to the next station.
I always want it to end because I think whenever they do that, there's something valuable to listen to. And I'm listening for fucking ages, trying to pick out something valuable from this one-way conversation.
I just love the confidence. Just to go, right, you just need to tell them the back two carriages aren't working.
I just think you must be having a boring fucking day if you're rabbling on like... I really am just... I'm absorbing Daryl's miserableness from his chair. It's in the chair. It's like Mike, the film.
Yeah, you're wearing the chair.
I'm wearing the chair. I am pretty much wearing it. I'm barely fitting it.
You've assumed the position.
I have.
And you are now like D, razzle-dazzle. Dazzle.
So that's that was my train stuff. Saturday.
What a Friday on the roundup of the weekend.
What a Friday.
Bum-bum-bum.
On to Saturday. Saturday was nothing for me.
Yeah, didn't really do a lot.
What did I do? I got a takeaway. I got a takeaway.
It's pretty good Saturday then.
Yeah.
Pretty extensive stuff you did.
Pizza.
Nice.
And then Sunday.
We skipped over Saturday, really, haven't we? We went done a lot. I worked.
That was Saturday.
I went to Asda as well.
Nice.
So it was a pretty exciting little Saturday for both of us. Oh, so good on a Saturday night.
What's your favourite aisle?
I like World Foods.
World Foods. World Foods isn't an aisle. I would say World Foods is a section.
But it's a section that's in one aisle, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if there's two aisles, then I'd call that a section.
No, I'd say a section of an aisle because the World Foods is usually just a little kind of stand, isn't it? Like a.
Not nowadays, mate.
No,
these foreigners are taking over. They're taking over whole aisles.
Coming over here, giving us delicious foods.
Making delicious choices for us to make.
The bastards.
Coming over
World
here
Foods
with
aisle.
the lumpy drinks that are delicious and I love them.
Do you buy anything from the World Foods?
Yeah.
What do you buy?
Just stuff that looks weird to my silly white face.
All right, okay.
My ignorant white face goes,
Watch it be something like fucking quinoa.
I think it was called Hummus. There's been a big Hummus.
No, yeah. Moving on. Moving on.
You dip carrots and stuff in it.
Hummus.
Hummus. I think it comes from Israel or Palestine. They're the same kind of place, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
It's that.
There's non-places. There's not much going on at the moment with
them.
Yeah,
there was like a red pepper Hummus.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. Caramelized onion Hummus.
Stop calling it Hummus. It's going to get flagged somehow.
Do you know what? I just love Hummus.
You're going to put this... Oh, my God. You're going to put this out and they're going to recruit you.
Hey, if they've got chickpeas that have been blended up with a load of olive oil in there, fuck it.
What's the difference between a chickpea and a lentil?
The spelling.
I wouldn't pay to have a lentil on my face. Wait. Hey-o.
Why would you have chickpeas on your face? Yeah. Chickpea, yeah.
Zing. Yeah.
I thought we were going to slap each other's knee then.
A little bit sweaty on both of our parts there.
Oh, yeah. I like to keep some level of sliminess.
A little bit of foist.
Yeah, because gripping things has become a bit easy for me.
Yeah.
So I thought, what better way to make that a more difficult challenge day to day than having oil on my hands? It's probably from all the Hummus. All the olive oil from the pit of bread.
My favourite aisle is is condiments. Kier was going off on one. My favourite aisle is condiments.
Condiments is good.
I like looking at different sauces and what is on offer.
Yeah.
Lots of different brands. Lots of sauce. I always look down the sauce aisle and find something that I've never seen before.
Every time as well, isn't it?
Pretty much every time.
What else can they put in mayonnaise?
Yeah, innit? Fucking, what do they call it? Saucy sauce?
Saucy sauce.
Heinz saucy sauce.
Ooh.
Which is literally just a mixture of ketchup and mayo.
Right, you can't be doing that.
You can be doing that. Have you tried saucy sauce?
Yeah, because I've made it for years.
Well, yeah, but they bottle it now.
Yeah.
Perfectly mixed and blended.
And probably for twice the price of it, like to buy the singles and do it yourself.
Well, of course, it's Heinz.
I thought that was like a sauce cocktail that we were all happy to make.
Yeah, but if I see it bottled, I'm going to buy it.
Just love bottles, don't you?
Fucking love them.
So much.
I have a cupboard at home full of sauce. The full sauce cupboard.
I don't know if you're talking in slang now.
No.
You're just dripping in sauce, and
just dripping in sauce, yeah.
Dripping in sauce.
He's not going to listen to this.
No. No, he's too saucy for that.
Too saucy.
Yeah, too dripping.
We are really not inspiration to him.
You've listened to it much more than I have.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
It's kind of got bars.
It is
sauce aisle, yeah. So that was Asda. That was your Saturday.
Yeah. What other sauces do you like?
What other sauces do I... What's your favourite condiment?
Oh, that's tricky. There's no favourite condiment because it's based on the meal I'm having.
There's one that's been coming up quite often, actually. And I will defend the right of ketchup because everyone slags off ketchup.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, when did everyone start hating on ketchup? Why?
I think it's just things have got more interesting now. Ketchup
They
is a
might have
classic,
done right, but I
obviously.
was thinking this because I was thinking... I got a chippy tea overnight.
Yeah.
And I always get curry sauce. And I'm a heathen because I like putting ketchup on first and then having my curry sauce on because it makes it a little tangier.
I didn't know people cared
if you
about
ask
it.
me to keep one of the two, which one's better for a chippy, I personally believe it's ketchup. I think it's banging on a chippy, where everyone's like, oh, no, you can't have ketchup. Ketchup's for kids. I'm just like, it's literally just blended tomatoes and sugar. Chill out.
Yeah, I mean, it is for children.
Children love it, don't get me wrong.
I think that's what it is.
Children love it, but children love chips. I love chips. Children love pizza. I love pizza.
I didn't even have mayonnaise till I was like 25. It was just all ketchup
Yeah,
all the time.
I didn't really go for mayo as a kid.
Never had mayo in the house, really.
Nah. I think my dad called it foreign muck.
He says, I like white, but that white is not right.
Yeah.
That's what he kept saying.
Yeah.
right?
That white there is horrendous.
It sounds like he can't pronounce his R's now as well. That white there.
Yeah, my dad's Jonathan Ross.
Yeah. Sauces have come a long way.
They have come a long way. I think that they're being made fancier.
Yep.
However, that means they've been made more expensive,
Yes.
including ketchup.
£5 for a bottle of mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's
Not having
a
that.
bit. And the thing is, we all have a favourite mayonnaise,
Yep.
and it's getting too expensive. I like a Hellman's Light.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I know
Not very
everyone.
light. Very light is just like
No,
ghost
the very
water.
light is just what's the fucking point. But
Yeah.
the Hellman's Light mayo is the correct amount of mayo taste for me.
But also it means that you get a treat when you go out. Because like, if you go to Five Guys or you go to like Burger King and you get the mayonnaise, you go, oh, this is different to my mayonnaise at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not. But I'm thinking, whoa, that's rich. Is that? I'm not gonna. Oh, I don't want that every time.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't feel like that either, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, ketchup was just the childhood choice of condiment.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've just moved past ketchup. I don't pick up ketchup for anything now.
Oh, I do all the time. Make sure I'm stocked. Get the big bottle.
Like from Costco, the boxes
The
of them.
5 litre.
Oh yeah, the big jug, the jerry can of ketchup.
Yeah, jerry can. I've started just buying in just humongous bits.
Here's a rogue one. If I go to the fish and chip shop, I don't like having sauce on it.
What do you mean?
Unless you include vinegar. I just go
Lots
salt
of-
and vinegar and I just eat as.
Lots of vinegar.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I go for the classic salt it, then vinegar, then re-salt.
I get it with the fish because fish on its own I can deal with. But the chip, don't get me wrong, I love chippy chips. Chippy chips are probably the best chips going, in my opinion.
They have to be good chips to be able to go no sauce, obviously.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I like potato with sauce.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd always put sauce on them.
Yeah, and I like chips with mayonnaise, but it feels weird to use mayonnaise in that circumstance.
Mayo on a chippy is fucking wrong.
Finally, they're talking about
This is
condiments.
important. This is important stuff.
Yeah. All the merch is going to be based around it.
Last bit of this before we jump on to the next
next
section,
day.
I guess.
Yeah.
The next day.
Sunday coming up.
Just the last one on the chippy.
Yeah.
What's your drink of choice with it?
Oh, it changes, but normally a cream soda or a dandelion and burdock.
That's correct.
I'll normally go dandelion and burdock because it seems more exotic.
Dandelion and burdock is also what I would say the go-to standard for chippy.
Yeah.
And it has to be Ben Shaw's. Ben Shaw's of Huddersfield. Dandelion and burdock.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah, Ben Shaw's is Huddersfield.
Yeah.
And even though I've Googled this is the stuff I Google.
Yeah.
Dandelion and burdock, we don't 100% know where it actually originated, but the furthest dates back are in Huddersfield or within Yorkshire.
How is it not possible to track that back?
Dandelion and burdock goes back hundreds of years.
No, it doesn't. No
It does.
way.
It does.
It used to be a medicine, didn't it?
Kind of, yeah. It obviously won't have been this carbonated, delicious canned drink.
It was a potion to get rid
But
of
it's a
gout
root,
or
but it's a
something.
root extract, and that's obviously what they did back then.
And
Was
the
extract
pharmacy
roots.
sold it, didn't they?
Yeah, and obviously if you had a cold, you chop off your leg and just rub some dandelion on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's your cold sorted.
Yeah,
and then
'cause,
and then you die.
Because doctor is short for bird doctor, isn't it?
No, it's actually short for Dr. Pepper.
Do you know why Dr. Pepper comes in a bottle? Because his wife's dead. We're here with the singers today.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Fyum, 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 fyum.
The end of the weekend. Oh, could it get much crazier?
No, because what did we do on Sunday?
We went to a wedding.
Daryl and Rasheen's wedding.
It was their wedding.
And who officiated the wedding?
Someone at the
marriage?
registry office.
Oh, right, yeah. So that was on the Saturday, on the day before.
Yeah, I mean, if Daryl was sat there, he would be able to say more happens on Saturday.
Yeah.
But obviously we weren't invited.
Yeah,
so.
we're not going to get too far into that. But on the Sunday, Kier entered you had your first taste of the priesthood.
I did. Yeah.
Well, first
since
for a
being
long
a
time.
child.
First for a long time.
Yeah. A lot less salty this time.
Yeah?
So much less salty this time.
Less of a mouthful.
Oh, yeah. And I'd have to sing after.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always hard to sing once you've had
When your
basically
mouth's glued together.
priest mayonnaise
Yeah.
down you.
It's getting expensive these days.
The holy mayo.
There was Daryl and Rasheen's wedding, and we're not going to get too far into this because obviously Daryl's going to come back and you can get really into the gubbins of the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
But
Great word,
we had
by
a
the way.
good time.
Gubbins.
We had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
I like gubbins as well. You got Sebby drunk
Yes.
and had a great time on the dance floor where I was forced up to dance with you to Badadan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
I was screaming for you.
Yeah, and I was like doing my best to try and ignore you, and I was like, I know he's looking.
I could see what you were doing.
I know he's looking, and I know I'm going to get dragged onto the dance floor right now.
There's not many songs that have your name in them.
Yeah.
And I think,
There's loads of songs that have my name in it.
not that were played that night,
No, that's true.
but that one did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my nickname was in the song previous to that, Liquor and Cigarettes.
That's your nickname.
That's what they call me. Yeah, L&C.
Go see L&C over there.
Yeah. Oh, who's that guy? The guy with the liquor and the cigarettes.
He's over there with Badadan. But
What a day though, man. It was well fun.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
You did your wonderful poem,
Yes, I did.
which I had no idea was coming, and
Yeah, I'd quickly catch this up because I obviously joked about the thing. I did the ceremony for him.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why I'm saying that to you like you didn't know.
Did you?
I thought it was just another fat
I
bald
paid
guy.
zero attention.
I thought it was a mirror I was looking into.
I was
somehow
too busy
speaking.
looking after Mitch's kids.
He lost it, didn't he? About the third bag in.
Yeah.
Before that even started, he was gone.
Gone.
Yeah. Couldn't even see the colour in his eyes anymore.
No.
No, just black pits of emotionless. That is not true.
No, that's not true. Just start dropping people in.
Yeah, just for slander reasons.
Oh,
Because I'm
God.
sure that Mitch has much better lawyers than I do.
Was there anything that happened at the wedding that we can touch on or not?
Yes.
And what is that?
The food was amazing.
The food was
It
fantastic.
was very good.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff we can go through.
Let's not get into more food chat.
No. There was good condiments, good solid.
I'll let you and Daryl get properly into the wedding. There was one thing that I kind of wanted to touch on, which will kind of
They
shoehorn
left,
us
didn't
into
they? They got rid of the kids early.
the kids went, so I couldn't touch on them then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to touch on them now. Obviously, you had a good time. Through the year, I think, kindly reintroduced yourself back into drinking, into the world of drinking.
Yeah.
And had a good time doing so as well.
Probably too much of a good time, some have said.
A little bit too much of a good time sometimes, but it's been nice to watch. This kind of relates to something that I saw over the weekend.
Okay.
And I was reminded on the taxi driving this morning because they actually had this man on the radio interviewing him. Not sure if you've seen this. There's been a man who had a challenge of drinking 2,000 pints over 200 days. So for the last
10 pints a day?
10 pints a day for 200 days.
In a row.
In a row.
How was he doing this?
No idea. Now, I don't know how...
If you start in the morning, that's probably fairly okay.
I don't know the logistics. I don't know if every single one of them was an alcoholic pint.
Oh, I see.
We've been led to believe it is.
Yeah, but...
We've been led to believe it is all alcoholic. But I don't think you can physically... I mean, you can physically do that because Paul Gascoigne definitely did.
Yeah, but it helps if you've got copious amounts of cocaine.
But he was being interviewed on the news this morning. And I'm thinking... If you've just come off of that much, surely you've now got like alcohol dependency.
Yeah, extreme withdrawal.
Yeah.
And also, why would the news be celebrating that?
I've no idea. I don't know what radio station this was, but they had him on and I was like, oh, that's amazing. He's been doing 2,000 pints for 200 days.
Oh, that's well worth putting on the radio.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
But when my uncle does it for 5 years, no one gives a shit.
Yeah, we all tell it. We all have an intervention.
Yeah, and go, no, you can't do that. And he says, yeah, but the radio will be calling any day now.
We all have to tell him how it's affected us.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we're innocent victims in this.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. And this guy's celebrating it.
But yeah, it was 2,000 pints in 200 days. And I thought that was just worth a mention on the podcast as well.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. I do need to know what these pints are of.
I don't think I could drink 2,000 pints, 10 pints of anything every single day for 200 days.
No. But I do think I would be more impressed if it wasn't alcohol and it was milk.
Ketchup.
Just got 2 jerry cans and I do these every day. Put them on anything? Yeah, I put ketchup on the ketchup. I've started baking ketchup so I can use them as ketchup crackers to carry ketchup on.
You could blend all your meals and drink them. And as we know, those don't count as calories.
Absolutely. They don't.
Yeah.
They absolutely don't. Yeah, my reintroduction to drinking was, I think I'm pretty disciplined now.
Yeah.
This is when I first thought I'm going to go back into it again. I make it sound like I'm starting up a sport again.
Why did you stop?
Because it was getting out of hand a lot. And I kept, every time I was drinking, getting really, really drunk.
Do you mind talking about that?
No.
How was it getting out of hand?
It just felt like every time I had a beer, I then wanted to get steaming.
Yeah.
And because of like the job we do, I never have a beer the day before.
Wink. Kier just winked.
I never have like more than a beer before and like a tattoo and stuff, like the night before. I'm stumbling over this so bad. Obviously, I have 2 or 3 beers before I start the tattoo.
Yeah.
But the night before is off limits.
Of course.
But it meant that I wasn't drinking all the way through the week, which is like most people do.
Yeah.
Other than my fucking uncle. And then it would get to Saturday and I'd be like, oh, Saturday is the only night I can drink.
So I'm going to
get fucking
I'm going to
wrecked.
hammer it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'd wake up Sunday hungover, which is then the only day I'd have with the family as our day off together. It's the only one we have because I work Saturdays.
Yeah.
And every one of those, I just wasn't 100% firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is not a good combination. Like,
So
I'm obviously putting
stopped.
customers before my family.
So you stopped and now you found balance. You can still go out and get steaming.
I did find balance.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
The first few times
Sometimes you lost balance.
Oh, so much. When I first I had like a beer and I was like, oh man, that beer's hitting me well fast. Like this isn't going to get out of hand at all. I literally, the first time I went back to drinking after 3 years, I had a whiskey to start it off.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I was like, oh, that's just like a casual whiskey. That's cool. It was a mini bottle of whiskey and I was feeling it after one.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, I've got this. I'm going to be more disciplined now and sort of like not go so hard that I climb in trolleys and ride down hills.
Yeah, which you haven't done.
Not yet.
You haven't done yet.
No, not in front of people.
Are we doing that tonight?
That was the plan, yeah?
Yeah, for YouTube.
I made the trolley. It's like a tandem trolley.
Nice.
Yeah. I welded the front and the back together.
Yeah.
And I've actually made a larger baby seat for me to sit in.
Nice.
So I can't see where we're going the whole time.
And in the front, there's a tank of whiskey with a straw going directly to your mouth as well.
Exactly. And the front, just condiments.
Yeah. Lots of ketchup.
I think anything that can smash on the ground as a trolley falls over is really good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
Amazing.
And if it looks like blood, even better. But yeah, then like over the few months, like I'd started going out a couple times. I was like, this is all right. I'm not like getting hungover or anything. I'm being a good boy.
Yeah.
And yeah, then it started ramping up a bit recently.
It ramped up because there was one bit I was wanting to mention where me, you, and Mick went out, and I mentioned this on their podcast as well, and I'm going to talk about it here.
Okay.
Which was myself introducing the best drink in the world to you and Mick.
Oh, yeah.
Other people know the story. Basically, this random guy in a shithole pub introduced me to this drink by forcing it upon me, and now I force it upon other people.
What was his opening gambit to you when he first offered this to you?
It was, are you straight or are you a massive bum boy?
That is a wild opening gambit.
Yeah, it's a wild opening line. That's the type of pub we're in.
But it's fine, though, he wasn't like that.
He wasn't like that, because he's not a massive bum boy, his brother is.
Yeah, and he's fine with it.
And he's fine with it.
So
he's
fine.
Totally fine with it.
I'm okay with it.
I'm totally okay with him being...
shove it down my throat.
Yeah, as long as he don't... Oh, I'm fine with his sexuality, but he better not ram it down my neck. The drink in question is... What he did was he went to the bar and he got them to pour half a pint of Guinness into a pint glass, and he topped up the rest of it with a blue WKD. Now, anyone listening, you think, that's fucking sacrilege.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I heard it and I thought, that's fucking sacrilege. But I was shown the light, and I showed Kier the light.
And subsequently Mick,
the light. What did you think of it?
It's incredible. It annoys me so much that it's that good.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that good.
It's great.
It's a half a pint of Guinness, pour a WKD in so it goes to the top, and it makes a frothy pudding of a head.
I think you did the correct thing in ordering a full pint and a bottle of WKD.
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
If you are the type of psychopath that goes to a bar and asks them to pour half a pint into a pint glass so that they know full well what you're about to do,
yes,
then, you hang your head in fucking shame.
Yeah. You
Don't let people know. This is a secret drink.
Yeah.
It's a secret drink. Me and Mick called it the black and blue.
It's such a good name for it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Just the black and blue.
Easy to say. At some point, that is going to be a normal drink for people to get.
We're on the black and blues tonight.
But they should always sell it as a full pint and
pint and a bottle.
Drink half a Guinness.
Then you can at least enjoy half a normal Guinness.
Yeah.
However, what follows is magical.
Yeah. What you've got is you've got dinner in the half pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
Followed by an even bigger pudding straight after it.
But no, you have the pudding first in this case. And the way I described it on their podcast was a blue raspberry souffle atop the rest of the Guinness and blue WKD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's annoyingly good.
Yeah.
It annoys me that it is
I
as
want
amazing.
to find, obviously you can get non-alcoholic Guinness now.
Yeah.
I need to find some form of, I'll get a non-alcoholic,
Slush puppy.
I'll just get a blue raspberry drink.
Yeah.
So Daryl can try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the non-alcoholic version of it.
What about a slush puppy?
That'd be amazing.
It could work.
It might not.
It definitely couldn't. But
slush
that's how I
Guinness.
felt about the black and blue.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way this works.
There's only one way to find out.
There is.
Go to one of the many shit bars in Leeds that definitely has a slushy machine.
Weatherspoons.
As a complete gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put vodka in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Obviously, I was wanting to stick with the timing of the podcast. I am gonna move us on from this into a completely different subject. Back to news with Daniel. So there's one that's been.
We're all wrapped up now, yeah? That's everything we wanted to talk about. So we've got as far as that I drink too much. And
I want to get it all in.
We're leaving that.
It's going to be better. It's going to be better.
Off his face. He's made up a new drink. And
I made up the new drink.
Yeah.
I didn't. That guy made up the new
Kier
drink.
and Mick made up this brand new drink, and they told this guy who liked to call people bum boys
I'm trying to make the podcast better without Daryl here.
Sorry, I do have a problem.
I need to get this subject in.
Okay.
I need to get this one in because this one's been going fucking nuts on TikTok. Again, I don't know how true this story is, but it's been doing the fucking rounds. So, Amsterdam, right?
Yes.
A girl is in Amsterdam and they go to... There's all sorts of shit in Amsterdam. They go into this, what I assume is like a club or like some weird sexy club. And basically what you can do at this club is you go to a glory hole. You can be on either side of this glory hole. She, as the lady, is on the mouth side of the glory hole.
Yes.
A stranger puts their penis through the glory hole. And I know we don't want to get into this, super, just shit talk of penises again, but it's wild, this story.
Okay.
So a stranger puts their penis through the glory hole. She starts gobbing on it.
Yeah.
There's an option in this glory hole room. The glass where you can actually you can press a button and it turns from opaque to see-through.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of those. So each person in the glory hole has a button. If you both press it, the glass turns see-through. So you can see
show at the same time.
Yeah, so you can see who has been gobbing on you or who you've been gobbing on.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever used this this fucking word.
Yeah.
Gobbing on, but I'm gonna stick with it. The person, so they both press the button.
Yeah.
The person on the other side is her dad, who's been on a stag do. So everyone has been going nuts on this. I don't know where it actually originated. There was someone sending voice notes about saying that it was their mate or something like that.
Yeah.
She knew the girl. Someone's then screen recorded those voice notes from this friend of the person involved and shared it online.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Obviously, this could be completely fucking false.
It could be, because this is a tale as old as time, isn't
This
it?
is a tale as old as time, but it's always the what if this happened, and now it's turned into it's happened.
But it's definitely happened before. It's got to have
must have happened before.
Yeah.
Surely it's happened.
But what should happen in this situation is you both stop immediately what you're doing, I think.
And never speak a fucking word of it to anyone else.
You let one of you walk out,
Yeah.
and you wait 4 to 5 days,
Yeah.
let's say, for them
Yeah.
to leave the country.
Yeah.
And then you go to a completely different country
Yeah.
and you never speak again.
Yeah.
And yeah, no one ever brings it up. No one talks about it. Definitely no one tells their friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That is off the table.
Yeah. Did you press the button? Nope. Shat myself, didn't press the button.
I know that if I said that to one of my friends that had happened, the first question would be, how was it? I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Because that would be my first question. And not because I actually wanted to know.
Or
Can
the
it
other,
get worse than that?
the alternative is you both leave. I mean, you could do this at the same time and jump directly into the canal and don't come back up.
Yeah, with chains and bricks around you.
Yeah.
In what looks like an apparent, joint suicide.
Yeah, a family suicide.
Yes.
And then everyone figures out why you've done that.
Yeah. You go, we've got traces of her dad's semen in the back of her throat.
Yeah.
I wonder if these things are linked.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's been really doing the rounds online at the moment.
That's a tough one, man. I think that is, it is either move to another country or kill yourself. I think they're pretty much
Yeah.
That's a tough, man.
It is.
I know that this idea has come up loads of times of people saying this.
Yeah, and apparently now it's happened.
But the internet is full of lots of fake stuff.
It is.
But I do
I'm seeing
kind
so
of
many
believe
people.
this.
I'm seeing so many people believe it and share things about it, and I'm skeptical.
I'm skeptical because...
However, it is just as possible as it is in fact, it's way more possible than it is impossible.
Yeah, considerably.
Yeah.
Except for that if I was going to Amsterdam on a stag do,
Yeah.
and I knew that one of my children was also in Amsterdam,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go about sticking my dick in glory holes.
But at the same time,
I know that the risk is infinitesimally
at the same
small.
time, there is going to be families out there who the dad won't have a fucking clue that his daughter's in Amsterdam.
That is true as well.
Yeah.
The kind of person who would suck a dick through a wall.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like the type of
They
dad.
might be estranged.
The type of dad who goes to a glory hole
Yes.
would definitely not know about his daughter also being in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
I'm not about glory holes.
No?
No. I've never come across one. Come
No?
through one.
Oh, yeah, come through it. Oh, that was a, yeah.
No,
Comedy
I just-
gold.
the idea of that happening is just...
Glory holes would scare me.
Yeah, because any time... I've, when you watch movies and stuff and there's like a hole and they have to put their hand in to turn the switch.
There's always something
That's
on
too
the other
much for
end
me
that wants
already.
to fucking
Yeah,
take that off.
every time.
And you know for a fact that most people have teeth.
Most of them do, yeah.
Most people have teeth.
More than not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I've met other people who don't have teeth, and they would be much more safe,
Yes.
kind of. But basically, what I'm saying is, you won't catch me sticking my dick in a glory hole.
The thing is, underneath gums is still bone. It's more of a mashing situation than a cutting
Still,
situation.
yeah, it's still like a vice grip, though.
I actually think I'd prefer to be cut with the teeth than mashed with the mandible. Regardless of if it's like a stranger or my child, just it doesn't matter to
I
me.
knew this had happened. I knew this topic would go on to what would we want, but yeah,
I would want there to be a world where we don't have glory holes, or it's just guys doing it. You just go, yeah, man, it's a glory hole. I don't give a shit. Like if I was the guy that goes to a glory hole, I couldn't.
or
give
if
a
it was
fuck.
just a fake one, just give me a robot one.
That would work.
Yeah,
because you could have them like on a system where
I don't have to know.
It could be like a conveyor belt of them, and it goes. You put your dick in there, goes through, and like maybe it goes underneath and through like a reservoir where it gets cleaned out. And it comes up for the next guy, but maybe there's like 30 of them, so they can like actually sterilise them.
Then a hose goes in. Just stick that in there, clean it all out.
What is
Good
there
to
to
go
get
again.
from sucking a dick on the other side of a glory hole? Other than to like make Christmases really awkward for the rest of your
Oh
life.
yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, like the thrill. I mean, some people like doing it, don't they? So it's like
Maybe it's people like...
they'd probably get as much out of the guy in there.
I have thought sometimes though, like, oh, that's a really sexy looking wall. I wish it had a penis. So maybe it's for people like me.
I love that fucking panel of MDF that's had a really jagged hole cut through it and some electric tape to just like soften off the edges.
Oh, it's got tattoos of penises drawn in Sharpie.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Oh, this is an edgy one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Oh, no lock, you kinky boy. Yeah.
Have you been to Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a couple of times.
Didn't go to any glory
No
holes.
glory
then?
holes. No.
I went to one called not a glory hole. I went to a place called Banana Bar or Bananan Bar, if you've heard of it.
No.
No. where there's you pay like a set rate and you get like unlimited drinks while you're in there for like, let's say, an hour. And during that, there's ladies who work in there who can do things with things.
I'm assuming bananas might be here.
Yes, there's bananas in there, yeah.
I can see why that's appealing.
There's one lady that wrote me a Post-it note with her thing, like popped a pen in and gripped and wrote out a really neat Post-it note.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, that is good.
Did a little smiley face on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually given me a lot of hope because I have a fear that I'll lose both my arms in a car accident and won't be able to tattoo again.
Yeah.
But what she's done has inspired me to think that without arms...
As long as you have a vagina, Kier.
As long as I have a vagina, I can do anything.
You can do anything.
Anything I like.
And that's why we're feminists.
That's correct. And that's
as long as you have a vagina, you can do anything.
The machines that are being built are designed for that as well. Like they look like a vagina could grip them, don't they?
What are we on about here?
Pen machines.
Right. Pen machines?
Yeah.
All right.
Look, that is waiting for a vagina to hold it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or an anus. Or an anus,
yes.
Yeah.
The only problem with the anus is obviously it's behind you.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that'll make my tattoos worse.
No?
No. I think it might slightly improve them.
It's ignorant.
It's something. It's maybe possibly a crime.
It's ignorant, that's for sure.
How do you stretch the skin when you're using your asshole tattoo machine? With your feet.
Push down harder.
You have to be on... That is a good technique.
Yeah.
It is good. Yeah. You'd have to be on all fours and then sort of stretch it with your feet and then just sort of sit back onto it.
Just kind of squat. And as I refer to when I'm on the toilet, Mr. Whippy it. I'm buzzering this.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should move away from it.
We don't need to talk about that.
You brought up sucking your daughter's dick or something.
Sucking my daughter's dick? I love that the past couple of episodes you've had to beep out your daughter's name because it keeps accidentally getting said.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. Yeah. I appreciate that. Do you know, I really like the buzzing sound. That is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm looking for any excuse just to be able to beep out stuff.
I really like, in fact, I know what I should have said then. Babet.
Warm, wet Babet. That's a eulogy.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Well, this has been a storm, as Babette would say.
As Babette.
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 You Babette your ass, it is.
Storm Betty.
Babette. I think they should pick better names, though. Pick better names. I can't wait for the men's ones again.
Yeah?
When they come back round, yeah.
Storm Brian.
Oh, mate, if I was doing a movie like Wet Willy.
No, it has to be Storm something.
Storm Wet
Willy.
Storm Z.
Storm Z.
I'd do them alphabetically, yeah. It would be a 26 storm progression to get to where I really want to be.
That would be great if they gave
Storm A, Storm B, Storm C, which kind of worked. I go, I see what you might be doing here.
Yeah.
And I'd have to hope for 26 storms in a year.
Yeah.
But eventually, at Christmas probably, there would be a Storm Z.
I was just trying to do the maths in my head. Is there definitely 26 letters in the alphabet? I thought it were 24. I just had a round number in my head, didn't ever check it.
We've taken you and I out of it.
Hey.
It is 24.
Hey.
That is letters.
Letters.
And that concludes the weekend roundup. In one of the most vague ways we could have done.
Yeah.
As we almost covered nothing.
Yeah, well.
Fuck it.
It went well.
Bye.
Bye.